All right, everyone. This is a new episode of Papa's Basement. We're going to be talking NFL Draft, the Infinity War film. Did you like how I said that in the language of a 90-year-old? The Infinity War. And that's a couple. I have a Craigslist horror story, a real embarrassing thing that literally just happened to me. And Travis, anything you want to add?
Diarrhea? I don't know.
Yeah, much like peanut butter, just makes anything better.
We'll see where our journey takes us.
That's
who needs plans.
Improv.
Right. Right. Don't make it nerdy.
No, I did. I just took it there. All right, everyone. I'm going to start with the intro music, and then this is going to be the podcast intro. This is just a little piece of shit I do in front of the YouTube video. There you go. I'm waving. InPapasBasement.com. Show them. Show them shit. Show them shit. Sex cells. Sex cells.
Oh, stop. The radio producer next door is looking at us.
Oh, I should have done that. That wasn't good. That didn't keep the energy going. Sorry, I'm a little flustered right now. Right before the episode started, we were doing an intro bit exclusive to the YouTube presentation of this episode of Papa's Basement, and then I just screamed at Travis to pull out his man bosoms, and he did it. And it was
anything for the craft.
Yeah. Stop crying. Stop crying. You made that old man next door wet. He's drenched in his man puss. I don't think that has to be censored. If it does, we're not. We're not.
Not in my America.
Yeah. Love is sometimes very messy. That old man's unshaven man box, if it gets good and soppy.
You're painting quite the word picture here.
Yeah. If it's like a marsh where you'd find the corpse of someone from Serial season 3,
there you go.
That's lust, man. And I'm not going to censor it. No one deserves to censor that stuff. Everyone, this is Papa's Basement. It's a comedy podcast. If you've made it this far, hopefully something made you laugh. So you're like, that is the point of this show. But if it didn't make you laugh, we might get there eventually.
We're going to put your dead corpse in that swamp.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to wind up like Heyman Lee and dead in some trunk, stinking it up, reeking up Baltimore, you keep at it. You keep at it. Just you play with your chin hairs, your little chinny chin with a wry hipster smile on your face instead of laughing at this, and we'll see how it works out for you. We'll go full Adnan on you. Full Adnan on you. What, you don't like the cereal references? I was down with the cereal. By the way, in papasbasement.com.
Just want to abandon this podcast like Bo Bergdahl.
Oh, God. Oh, was there ever a worse season 2 than that? I swear to Christ, I'm trying to think of real bad Netflix shows.
I'm already quickly at the point where I can't follow the references.
You didn't listen to Serial at Travis Dorward, aka Travis Dorward.
I've eaten quite.
You're a fan of it.
I'm a fan of this.
You're a fan of the
food cereal.
Okay.
Until a man with a blindfold and a shaving razor came in and continually cut him up until he just forgot about all of his memories of cereal.
Did that happen to you?
Apparently. It sounds like something that would happen.
He just showed his tits. We saw the scars. Don't deny it, John.
That was a nip and a tuck. He was not. That was to make him perky.
No.
Sam Rogers over there. That's Sam Rogers, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Sam.
He does stuff around the station where we record, Fairfax Public Access.
When you can't find me, good.
Yeah, exactly.
Sam Rogers is the name of a fullback the Los Angeles Rams drafted last year, who also played at Virginia
Went to Virginia Tech, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you him?
People often confuse us. I know the physique is very deceiving.
Yeah.
But it's mainly the ginger and the paleness. I don't know why it's associated with that name.
That's crazy. There's actually a pale ginger in the league that isn't Andy Dalton.
Yes, sir.
That is maddening. I don't buy it, sir. There's only room for one.
You said he went to LA?
In the NFL.
Yeah, the Rams drafted him.
So just look for the guy with the biggest sunburn next year.
Just a walking cherry fruit snack that will be with a little ginger.
Yeah, Jared Goff would be peeling off the off the sunburn next
He goes on the DL because someone slapped his arm.
Oh, there's nothing worse than that, except for seeing a gift that you gave to a former loved one
Ooh.
for sale on Craigslist. I was really pumped up for this show. I was in a
Episode's about to
great
get
mental
dark.
space. Yeah. First of all, I'm just putting it out here. We're going to get past this subject. We're doing a little NFL draft talk, and then we're getting to Infinity War. Don't think when I put all that in the YouTube subject matter that I'm just going to ignore it, because sometimes I do that. Like sometimes it'll be like YouTube subject. Guess what? Like Robin Wright in her prime, Forrest Gump era, but without the AIDS, comes in and blows the boys. Guess what? She didn't do that. I don't have a time
Is
machine.
that legal?
You might be under 18, so I'm not sure. She might wind up like those teachers. I'm not sure. But in this case, we're getting to all the topics. I just had an experience maybe 5 minutes before we started rolling that I'm not going to lie, threw me for a bit of a loop. You guys know I tried to be normal for a couple years back there, and I had a girlfriend for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to say it was like some sort of crazy passion, especially when she like
Well, you can only expect so much from a Craigslist girlfriend.
Exactly. Yeah. And she started giving me less than the guy with the moist man cave next door. Like at least that guy, when he sees Travis, I smell sex musk in the air. This girl, nothing. It was just, we would literally sit around and listen to things like Serial. And that was like what we could do for joy because we weren't being sexually intimate. Like I could listen to a podcast about a murdered girl who, by the way, was probably giving her boyfriend more sex than I was getting at the time. And then we would go to like the Olney's farmer market and get some cheese. And then we would just bust ass and
get your rocks off somehow.
Yeah, and not have sex. Just listen to NPR podcast, constipate ourselves with cheese.
Sounds like love to me, folks.
Stink box the car. So this, in the course of this, I'm like, you know what could make this sexless purgatory tolerable? Video games. If we can both play video games in bed together, I've got my little portable 3DS. And I'm like, I'm going to get her a little ghetto ass DS. You know, kind of an older system, but you can get it with a huge stack of games for like 40, 50 bucks on Craigslist. So I do that. I don't think girls in general, I don't think like used items as gifts. Just put.
You were looking at me. I thought you were just going to say, I don't think girls like you.
Yeah. No.
Like, whoa, John. Wow.
Because
CH Travis, just give it time.
Yeah, they're kind of jealous of what you're packing up top. They can't compete.
Fair point. That's what I'll tell myself from
Go
now,
to the
from this
YouTube
point
for a
on.
special feature.
Oh yes.
I mean, I just want to put it out there. Like Travis has the areolas of a dime piece. I don't mean that they're dime sized. They're more, I would say, like JFK 50-cent piece sized. But that's what would go on a perfect 10. I'm a fan of that exact diameter. I think it's tasteful.
I like the nice silver dollar fades
Just
fades out into the skin.
you can just count it.
You can't really tell where it begins or where it ends, but it's there.
The Ouroboros of nipples. Just the entire.
I'm starting to think you don't have me on this show for my comedic ability.
No, no. What are you saying? That's crazy. But
you're so funny. Oh
yeah,
my God.
you know what would be hilarious if you took your water bottle and just like dumped it on your shirt right now. That would.
No, don't do that.
That's it. Wider, Travis.
We're not at that point.
As a relatively responsible employee, please don't do that.
Why? He doesn't gag. He's not going to bite down on that water bottle. He'll suck that thing down and pass it. It'll come out drinkable in 24 hours.
I forgot the man's in studio. Big brother over here.
Where?
So at some point in this relationship, I'm like, this is what I can do. She likes Pokemon. I can get down with Pokemon. We'll just do this in bed instead of
sex.
Coitus. Exactly.
What normal people do.
So I get her this like the hyper girly, like a pink DS with a pink DS container, and it's filled like some mom is just selling her daughter's crap, and it's filled with like Nintendogs and Mario Party and Cooking Mama, like just all the girl, the Lizzie McGuire game, all the girly crap that was like, in your 99-cent bin at GameStop. It was just a huge stack of that, and I'm cheap ass me. I'm just like, here you go. Here's some used crap.
Here's some lady things.
Yeah, stolen from a 6th grader. She started menstruating and doesn't need this now.
Comes with the Hello Kitty pencil box.
Oh, that would have actually maybe gotten me a foot job if there's something Hello Kitty themed. So I give her this, and it's just untouched. It's as untouched as my penis. Like this woman's hands aren't going near nothing. I'm losing my crap. It just rots there for a year. At a certain point, I'm like, there's a couple of good games in there. Can I take those off your hands? I would like to play them. Nope, that was a gift given to her.
Oh,
I get none of this back.
Yeah.
Do the Nintendogs die without like?
Yeah, it's like
Constant care.
Tamagotchi. You log back in and it's just their skulls.
Oh my god!
Just-
Buying a used DS from a 6-year-old girl is fine, but Indian giving the games back is
yeah, that's where the line is crossed. Exactly. You noogie a girl on the playground, take her crap. But yeah, you log into Nintendogs and it's pretty much the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just dog melts in front of you. So Travis is liking that. I like making Travis laugh because they jiggle.
Oh my god, John.
Stop it. This is the closest I've had to interaction with a woman in months. You and a girl voice. This is horrible. I need to reevaluate
stupid.
so much in my life. God, you do a great girl. That is flawless. You're an idiot and a failure. Get meaner with it. Then I'll really get
He's just
hard.
reading off of his Tinder replies.
So earlier today, like 10 minutes before showtime, I think I've talked about this a million times on the show. I like buying Nintendo crap off Craigslist and then selling it back for a profit while pocketing some of the games. It's just like an in-out kind of thing I do to keep me from being productive in life.
Mm-hmm.
Driving all over Kingdom Come because you want to get a boxed version of Star Fox Command
Of
and
course.
DK Jungle Climber.
Who won
with
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that might have been my Wednesday. I'm not that good an improviser. I might have just done that. So I see a pink Nintendo DS Lite pop up in Rockville, where my ex lived. I'm like, this is curious. So I click on the photos, and it's the damn DS I got her with her feet in the damn photos as she poses looking down at it with all the games in the same damn positions I left them. And then I click the contact info because her number's there and I see the digits. So I'm like, I'm going to confirm this. I start typing in those numbers and sure enough, her contact pops up. So my crap, untouched, getting hawked on Craigslist. Just because she's having a baby, I guess.
I like how you recognized her feet. Like, is that the one bone she would throw you? Like, do some.
You just
do
foot
some-
stuff.
You
No.
should just definitely send me that link. And right along with me as I go to purchase.
I'm interested in
Nintendo DS.
the
Oh
things.
yeah. No, I got no vaginal coitus, but the feet of a young Tina Fey.
Well, I'm sure if you
Mhm.
put enough tissues in that DS, you can get the same experience. Just got to open it. Like it closes. It's not too firm, but firm enough.
Dude, I don't know why I was laughing hysterically, but also because it hurt. Like there's just something
Yeah,
about
I could tell you were pain crying
yeah,
in the
you got to
bathroom.
take it off the charger.
I was pain crying in the bathroom because
I was half expecting you to just be like, ha, 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 and then punch a mirror.
However-
just bloody and keep laughing.
Upon viewing this post, John has never gotten past his constipation faster.
yeah, this is true. Yeah, I was pain pooping as well. It was so I cannot quantify why I felt the way I did, but it's just a mix of disappointment.
It's like you found a
And
new
rage.
emotion.
Yeah, I really did. Like it's the umami of sad hate. You know, it just I looked at it. I'm like, I think I deserve to have this mailed to me at some point. Like, when does it just become crap I left at her house? You know, like it was a completely untouched gift. I think by year two, just that's
Like her
Mine.
vagina. It's untouched.
We can use that word. It's a
yeah,
medical term.
definitely.
We can? Wait, what?
We can.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Yeah.
Vagine.
Right.
So
Why even bring it up?
no, you know, 7 deadly words type stuff.
I am the man,
Concern.
Travis. Do not
Yeah,
question me.
Travis works
Sorry.
here. I'm sorry, Sam works
I'm
here.
sorry, Mr. Man.
Travis doesn't work anywhere.
Yeah.
Sam has to sit here and make sure that we keep the N bombs to 3 per episode. I think that
Yes.
was the deal we struck with management.
Uh-huh. Or else it's 5 cents.
Put it in the N jar.
3/5 of a cent.
All right, Devin. So
So go to my blackpeoplemeets.com account.
I'm going to upload the entire episode of my Black Planet dating profile. Sorry, it's if you weren't into GeoCities, that joke went over your head. There was a website like in '99, Black Planet, where
Was it like Black Panther video games?
it was just black people dating website.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Was it like a black people dating video game, like The Sims, but you just get to watch black people date?
Yeah. Oh god, I could have said something so horrible right there, but even I
We
don't-
all could have said something so
even
horrible.
I won't
That's
say.
the point of this podcast, John. It's to make people laugh out of misery.
Even I. That
Most of these views will be members of the FBI.
why? I returned that girl. I kept her DS Lite. The girl was returned. I also want to apologize. We normally do a weekly show. We missed last week because Travis over here treats the NFL draft like a Jewish high holiday.
Yeah.
And
I won't apologize.
yeah, and the NFL draft has been turned into a 3-day circus with Thursday encompassing round 1.
Right.
And we have rounds 2 and 3 on Friday. So that's all of Friday.
And then I got to rewatch it. So it's
Oh,
it's
God.
actually like 8 days. It's my Hanukkah.
Oh my God.
And then like draft cut, like post draft coverage.
What's your biggest fascination you take away from watching the draft?
Dude, I don't know. I've tried to pinpoint that.
Let me explain.
It's like a big puzzle for me. I don't know.
For those out there, the women folk whose DS lights I want to steal. The NFL draft is the process by which the NFL picks players almost uniformly out of college.
Yeah, nerds.
Yeah, and then assigns them to teams. You know, the
Right.
teams go in order. There's 32 picks per round, one for each team, and you pick your college guys based on your needs, sexual, all of them,
Mhm.
and then they get assigned to your team, and then you sign them to contract, and
It's
that's
like he's got a good throwing arm, but he has nicer eyes.
yeah.
So.
He has lips for days.
Yeah.
That's what you want out of a backup quarterback. The
Right.
ability to pleasure the starting quarterback, because that's a high stress job. Also smooth feet, smooth bangable feet. Is this how I do it, Coach John? Yes. So Travis, yeah, I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't watch the draft because I did too. But I want to cite you as the reason that we missed the show, because I think I would have skipped the draft if you were gonna man up. And
You could have
Dude.
still had the show.
I mean, I could have, but once I heard you were lazy about it, I was like, maybe this kid's onto something. You know, maybe he's right.
So this sounds like it's your fault, really.
Yeah.
It is Papa's basement.
Yeah. All right. So
it's
my
not
fault.
Travis's parents' basement. It's Papa's basement.
There you go.
It's my fault we didn't have a show because
You let everyone down.
always not only in this arena. This is just one of many.
It's why your ex-girlfriend sold the She's like, I missed my weekly Papa's Basement episode, and
Do you think it'll come
Now
full
revenge.
circle? Do you think the 6-year-old girl that you stole the Nintendo DS
We'll
from
buy it back.
will buy it back?
and
Yeah.
then you fall in
All
love.
these- all this.
I was gonna say
I didn't do the math before I said that. Like how long ago?
It's only been. It's not been that long.
Look, man, I like 10 years younger. Yeah, you know, if there's grass on the head and we can keep a secret. That's how that one goes, right?
Dear FBI listeners, this is where I sign off.
So
these are jokes.
yeah,
all right?
yeah. So again, this is Sam Rogers making all these jokes.
Whoa.
I'm host Sam
Jeez,
Rogers.
Sam.
Look, I keep all my pedophilia jokes to my personal journals.
Just to the support group. Just to the
Ironically,
guys.
kept next to Papa's
Next to the
bed
basement?
stand. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In a drawer kept with the remains of Nintendogs.
Poor Nintendogs. Just disintegrating like the Great Pyramid, just blowing away in the sands. So the NFL draft, I was thinking about it. I don't think there is a greater humiliation, barring like a loss in war. Because let's be honest, when we took out Japan, when our mighty white boys took out the Yellow Menace, that's a cultural, nationwide shame.
Those were the NFL teams back then.
Yes, exactly. The whites,
The
and
Mighty White Boys and the Cultural Menace.
yes, I like those teams. I know who I'm rooting for. So there might not be a greater humiliation in this life than being like a first round draft bust. Think about how public, Like how much the hopes and dreams of not just a team, but an entire city.
I have a contender. Bad
Okay.
open mic comedian.
Oh, please. Oh, please. How dare you compare us to like Ryan Leaf? Come on. It's humiliating, sure, but you played an audience of 5. We're cool. We don't top these guys.
We do it for the art form. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not about the laughs.
Yeah, someday they'll come around. Like when you're funny and you get to quit your job.
I already did that.
Yeah.
I'm
You jumped the gun a little bit. You'll get there. So think about it. Like there's artists all the time that come out to great fanfare and they might underperform sales wise. Like Nas is a perfect example because I'm 46 years old and that's what I think of when I think rap. Nas the rapper. But Nas had this amazing debut album considered an all-timer, Illmatic.
Yes.
Then I think that was dropped in like 93 alongside kind of like the height of Tupac and Biggie.
Yes.
Compared to their sales, like Nas was Eminem like in 8 Mile before things went right, like selling mixtapes out of a trunk. So he eventually says, screw it, I want this money. And he starts doing kind of like lesser albums. It was good, but albums 3 and 4 at this point, they're just complete junk. Nas has all the time in the world to eventually correct his career. Now everyone's like, Nas is great again. It's like 25 years later.
Distant Relatives isn't a bad album.
You see, when was that one dropped?
2009.
Okay, yeah. At that point, I'm not.
He did it with Damian Marley.
Oh, okay, that sounds pretty tight. So the thing is, you would call Nas like a bust for a while, but he had time to correct this tailspin.
Yeah.
If you and no one came out at the same time and was like unequivocally like Nas is the best rapper of 93. There was no definitive statement that was just like he is the best rapper. We've all agreed to this.
He's a can't miss rapper.
Yeah. But the Browns go out and they pick number 1. Who is it? Barkley?
Baker Mayfield.
It's
What?
Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
You said you watched it.
Barkley
did.
went to
I-
the Giants.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Barkley is a running back.
Not
yeah.
only did you
There's
not
like 5 damn I know
not
there's-
only did you not record a show, but the thing that you missed it for, you didn't even pay attention.
I know there's Sam Rosen. I can't keep track of their like 5 damn
Is it
quarterbacks.
Josh Rosen?
I was hoping he was joking, but there's Josh
I'm
Rosen
not.
and Sam Darnold.
Yeah, okay, so this is how my brain's
getting
working
there.
nowadays. Yeah, thank you. Eventually I'll forget I was dumped and I'll be like, whose pink DS is this? Like you guys
It's just
will
on
buy
the
it for me.
top of his
This
mind
is
process
lovely.
of everything.
Well, I remember there's Saquon Barkley is number 2.
Yes, sir.
There
Penn
you-
State.
You remember Saquon, but not
Yeah.
Josh.
Number 3 was some howdy doody looking MF that went to the Jets.
It was
Sam-
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Yes.
The Bills traded up to get someone at like 11.
Josh Allen. They traded up from 11 to like
5.
Oh, was that it? Okay, yeah.
7.
He was like the
Yeah.
rawest guy.
He was the guy that
Yeah,
they released the tapes or the Twitter.
Yes.
posts.
Yeah, dropping N-bombs.
Yes.
freshman year in high school.
And then
'Cause
we
that is
had
jeopardizing to your NFL career.
Yeah, he should have known. He should have been more responsible.
and
He was
then
14.
there's Rosen who goes to Arizona. They trade up.
He went at 10.
He went
And
to
then
10.
the Ravens trade up to 32 for is it Lamar Jackson?
Good
Okay,
job.
so, yeah.
You're remembering all
Yeah.
the brothers' names.
I don't
but-
see I don't watch because I love black people. Despite what this show might make you think. I love and respect the brothers of this world. So
when they can throw a football or score a touchdown.
yeah, exactly. What they do other things? No. So
Again,
you have
opportunity for terrible jokes.
exactly. It's horrible. It's horrible. You have Baker Mayfield on record. People are saying, look, this is the best of the best. Like our research indicates this is the best of the best. If he takes a dump, that's it. That is a public humiliation as a round 1, pick 1. I don't know if there's anything like people still bring up
I think
Ryan
in
Leaf.
his
to this
case it would
day.
be a little different because people are so used to the Browns screwing up draft picks.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I think
there's okay.
what's less embarrassing, Baker Mayfield like ruining his NFL career by the prospects of how high of a draft pick he was, or the Browns just terribly picking players.
Oh God, don't start
Like
me.
all the Browns busts just kind of mesh into one. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, some
like
just
Manziel.
they're
and,
always quarterbacks.
Yeah, and Brandon Whedon.
I was gonna say, yeah,
That was one of the worst.
Who was
picks.
that 37-year-old?
Yeah, the like 32-year-old rookie.
The guy who was older than goddamn Aaron Rodgers when they drafted
you're
him.
already
Still
past
older
your
than him.
prime.
That's how time works.
I mean, I'm 27 now, and Brandon Whedon was 27 when he was at Texas Tech.
Yeah. A
Or
baseball
Oklahoma State,
player. As
one
I
of those.
He
recall.
was Oklahoma State because he played minor league baseball before that, and then he was a bust in that apparently, I guess. And then
So
like, let's
it's
try
just so
football.
bad. It's just, I don't know, man. There's something like the artists that don't pan out. Even I guess One Hit Wonder is a slight equivalent, but not.
I'm sure music
really.
is far more accessible than the NFL.
Yeah, like
though.
these people can still do music. Like goddamn, Greasy Pauly
think
from the
maybe,
Jersey
like-
Shore still gets to DJ places.
Like with the music thing, no one else is depending on you to be good at that music. Like it's just
it's an
you,
independent thing.
Yeah, but then like if
you
like,
don't have diehard fans that are screaming, "I'm
Yeah.
so sick and tired of effing losing." Like
yeah, and then like if you
every time you drop a bad mixtape.
like a bust quarterback instead of franchise back like 10 years,
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I'm clearly not that good with names, at least right now, because my heart was broken, I guess, all over again because someone is selling my Nintendo goods. It's Nintendo. It's ageless. It's a DS Lite. Play it. Don't sell it for money for your baby.
Mario just has like a slip knot on your heart.
What's that?
I said Mario just has some sort of nut on your heart.
Oh yeah, Mario just represents like everything before I got pubes and life went to hell.
There you
Like
go.
once I hit puberty, like just life is S. But that magical period where
I hope to one day hit puberty.
you'll get there, man.
Thanks,
But
man.
I just don't want you to lose
I'll develop.
those luscious love bags. Just keep
You
those.
like them now. Wait
Oh, wait until puberty puts
wait
some
until
hair on
after
them.
the summer.
Nice. I like that. The same way that people like to eat food that's both like crunchy and gooey. That'll be a nice difference of textures. Boobs that are smooth but also hairy. I like that. I like that a lot.
Revolutionizing the game.
Yeah.
Best
Changing
part,
the
no
pervert
milk
game.
with these.
Change your name to T-Boy. And we can have a whole bunch of fun with it. So there's something that just stands out. Like to this day, people bandy about the name Tony Mandrick, right? The Incredible Bulk. Like I remember seeing that SI cover when I was like a kid at the dentist. He
Are
was
you
like,
talking about the Packers left
yes,
tackle?
I
I
think
think
it was
it's like Mandarich or something.
yeah, Tony Mandrick or Mandrich. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
He was like, I think pick 3 that year.
2 or 3. Yeah,
I think he was like 315 pounds back when that meant something. Now the kickers are.
yeah, but he was like a 90% muscle.
Yeah, he was just jacked, and people are like, okay, this is like, there's some quarterbacks taken before this, but here's like the first can't miss. We're just getting,
Yeah.
this meat wall for our line, and he stank. He was just juice central. That's all he did. The instant
Yes,
they
that guy
actually,
loved steroids.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he really did. He loved him the way I love Mario. Imagine my life if they started urine testing for Mario, and I was just like, I do not need to be here. That's what happened with him. That like once he actually started getting tested for juice, that he was like, oh, I've been gravely mistaken. I have been horribly misled in this endeavor.
What year was this?
He was like early 90s.
early 90s because later he became the Colts guard when they drafted Peyton.
So were they doing those kind of drug testing back then?
Certainly not at the collegiate level. Like at the
Yeah.
like Brian Bosworth, I think, was another case. Like a guy just juicing his dick off, and then he gets drafted, and not much happening for the dude.
He had a good acting career, I guess. I think.
Good hair.
Yes.
Gotta love that early 90s tough white guy hair. Like super.
Wait, does that have anything to do with the Boswell hair cream thing?
No. He just was like one of those guys that had like completely shaven sides, a little bit of spike on the top. Hold on, let me punch up some Brian Bosworth real fast.
He probably has a Google alert. Someone find me relevant.
Did he look up Brian Bosworth or the Boz?
Or did he look up Brian Bosworth hair? God damn it, that's not my only feature.
You look
I
up,
also got trucked by Bo Jackson.
yeah.
Remember that from
That was kind of his famous moment. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
mouthing off to Bo like he was gonna hang tight with the guy. I'd move this if it weren't to shut off. Do you want to lay odds right now? Will me tilting it shut off the monitor?
Probably, but I got a good photo of it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, there was also he looks a lot like Jetto, I believe was his name.
Looks like that dude from West Virginia that was famous for smashing his helmet against his head.
His name Jacko. Sorry.
Well, while we're
Alright.
talking busts, and speaking of gingers, anybody remember Tom Marinovich?
Yes.
Raiders.
Yes.
Left
Okay.
hand.
Sorry. Here's Jacko. This is the other spiked blonde. This was just a look in the late 80s, the early 90s. And Susan Powder. Don't forget her. She had that same look. Yes. Sorry. Go back to Mandridge.
Marinovich. Show him some respect,
Yes.
John.
How is this guy younger than me and knows more about football?
Because I'm the worst kind of person.
Gotcha.
Marinovich was the guy whose dad was like from the Eastern Bloc, right? And like he raised him literally,
literally specifically to become an NFL quarterback.
Like he fed him, I think,
like before he can even walk, he did had him do stretches. Like,
yeah, he would like
in the
stretch his
crib.
little legs in the crib and not molest him. What's the point? What's the point? So yeah, he would like do little calf lifts with his little fat baby legs and like teach him to squat. With his
And
little
then, like
chubby
after
baby
football
legs.
practices, older, like he would make him like run 10 miles or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And he would
Shocking, oddly enough, this kind of emotional abuse as a child led to him being a massive drug addict.
Yeah, he eventually came to hate football because who wouldn't want to be a kid where you're at the birthday party and everyone else gets cake and they're like, oh no, he's just eating raw cow's milk and a bag of oats.
He had like one decent year at USC, and then like his coach hated him though, so he like went back and forth between starting and benching. But then Al Davis,
I'll never
like, screw it, we'll still take him in the first round.
I'll never trust anyone of any renown out of USC. They live higher on the hog as college stars in LA than like pros do.
Yeah, like we're talking about like worst kind of like the draft bust being the worst. The best has to be like Reggie Bush, like 2005. Like
Yeah, there was like a 30 for
Matt
30
Leinart.
on Marinovich, and he's just talking about like being flown around places and like he's banging the entire team of stewardesses.
Yeah, he was
and crap
talking
like that.
about like being drafted by the Oakland Raiders, or I guess it might have been LA Raiders back then. That was the absolute worst thing that could have happened to him.
Yeah,
because he was still around his like drug
his
friends.
dealers.
And,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. No, it's incredible.
But like that 30 for 30, I don't remember if it was 30 for 30 or just like an ESPN Films thing.
One
or whatever,
time he
but
saw breasts. It was insane.
the ending of that made it seem like a happy ending. Like, yeah, like I went through some trouble after professional football, but then like me and my dad got like close together through like art, and like that was good. But then like recently it came out that like he got arrested again and he's doing like 10 years for like
Oh god,
selling heroin or something.
oh no. Yeah, those things don't end well. Like I know the 30 for 30 wants them to end well, and they try to like if that happened during post production where he's just getting up the river for 10 years, they wouldn't put an addendum there. Like it would just end with him walking by the beach and skipping stones and crap like that. Yeah, I think things have finally changed for me, and that's it. And then you'd have to go to his wiki. But yeah, dude, like again, I'll bring up Ryan Leaf. I think 3 years ago, 5 years ago. I mean, time's hurtling by. I'll be dead in really 18 seconds.
Sure.
But I think it was like 5 years ago, they just busted him like he had broken into someone's house and was just doing like a fight club and was like shoving the
Ryan Leaf was a
medicine.
weird dude.
Yeah, shoving the medicine from the cabinet
into his mouth.
Yeah, like Cookie Monster style. And like I was thinking it was just blacked out in the tub afterward or something like that. Like it was a horrible life. So
poor
draft
professional
bust,
athlete that made millions of dollars before.
I can't think of any draft busts in recent memory for our dear Washington Redskins. You're wearing a shirt. I can't think of anyone.
You can't think of anyone who's been a draft bust for the Redskins in recent memory?
No one. Not at all.
Not one person.
No, especially
Griffin the third.
Oh, was that
who?
Who's that? Yeah, that doesn't exist. We have no
one. He was
a
first rounder, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. He was.
Now that I'm thinking of it,
that was his
we
name.
traded 3 first-round picks to move up to number 2.
Yeah, and I remember having a talk one time with a friend when I was like, if this doesn't work out, and he completed my sentence with, the franchise will be crippled for a decade. But we've been cool. We've been copacetic since then. It was worth the experiment.
I mean, luckily we got Kirk Cousins.
That's I think the cherry on top of that was the second. No, just the 3 first wasn't enough. Just give us the goddamn second.
It still astounds me that Kirk Cousins and Le'Veon Bell are on the same team at Michigan State. And they didn't do jack with it.
Why? You like your colleges segregated? What?
What's that?
All Big Ten schools should be
all
whites.
Yeah.
Of course.
Nothing but fullbacks.
They should want the single wing.
Yeah, just offensive line and fullbacks. Oh god, that would be amazing. Sounds like a Madden experiment we should do and stream, but we won't because we'll go home and we won't want to do anything.
Right.
We're going to talk Infinity War right after this, but I have to do a spot, which I will cut out of the broadcast on public access. So there you go.
You just do a Hitler thing?
Yes.
Look, it is not
Spot.
an ad for Hitler. My God, that is just wrong. All right, here's our little spot. I'm going to find my copy.
Not for Hitler.
Yeah, not for Hitler.
That'll cost you.
mybcasino.ag. That's who we're doing a spot for today. MyB Casino, My Bad Casino. I don't know. mybcasino.ag. It's a world-class online casino. Operates and hosts the most advanced online casino gaming products. I went to the website. It's incredible. You can actually play a live game. Like they will take. You're too young. You're not familiar with Rob the Robot of Nintendo fame, are you?
Can't say I am.
Rob the Robot was owned by 7 children. It was a stupid little device that would you would play a game with Rob plugged into your system where Rob on the screen would move checkers around and you would have him do that and he would move the checkers around in real life. There's an actual robot just moving dumb little checkers around to like one of 3 stacks.
Are you sure this just wasn't a fever dream?
Yeah, I am Nicole.
There was a robot and he played checkers.
I am Edison. What is your great invention? I have a checker robot.
I'm sure this is all they wanted out of this spot.
Yeah, no, mybcasino.ag lets you play live blackjack and God knows what else in terms of table games. You can do live poker where it's just an avatar of you, exactly like Rob the Robot, situated at the table, picking up the cards. And you know what happens if you win big?
Your avatar
What, John?
wins big.
The robot gets to suck the dealer's tits.
Whoa.
It's incredible.
Yes.
The dealers, by the way, this site is better than porn. And you can probably look at it at work. Both
I'm sure they get better dicks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nothing but trap dealers. Just 9.5 trap dealers. Huge cocks, huge tits. They're incredible. Best of both worlds. Like just Neapolitan ice cream.
Import from Thailand only.
So your avatar, you go up 10K, guess what? Avatar gets to fuck the dealers. Fuck the traps. Just bend the trap right over the table. Bang the trap till it jizzes all over the table.
Is this where you're
Is
getting
this real or are you just
Oh yeah, this is a real read. We have to do a read for mybcasino.ag, mybcasino.ag, and you can play live games. The robot part, I
Not so
don't know.
maybe if I exaggerated that a bit.
Yeah, the gorgeous trap dealers with again meaty, veiny cocks, huge ball bags. They don't make cups that fit these delicious, gigantic testicles. Amazing tits.
Hitler mustaches.
Above their little trap BHs.
Silver dollar nipples.
Silver dollars. No, like you said, just huge. You don't know where it ends.
Yeah, there we go.
Silver dollars.
Sand dollars.
I am in. Same dollars. I'm just gonna be.
I prefer my nipples horseshoe crab sized if we're going with a beach theme here. That's again mybcasino.ag. Come for the table games. Stay for the traps who pull out their incredible tits with their gigantic sand dollar nipples and win a couple of thousand because that's what winners do. They win. And tell them Papa's Basement sent you. All right. Now that we're done with the spot.
We're back.
All right.
Yeah, that will cut out of the version that I give to the station because I don't think you're allowed to do.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can't have ads on the actual feed or whatever.
Oh yeah, the ad part was the bad part of what we just read. Somebody can't be making money off of all our foul language.
So, Travis, we both
John.
saw Infinity War, the movie. I think it might already have made. Of course, this isn't adjusting for inflation. Where if you adjust any of these blockbusters for inflation, they're like, I don't know, 58th ranked of all time. Like Gone with the Wind sold more tickets than there were people in the US at the time. Wrap your goddamn head around that, boys.
That's a real stat.
That's a real stat. Unlike the sex robots and the dealers with certain anatomy that we might.
I don't know why I
talk-
just thought Gone with the Wind was Dances with Wolves, but continue.
I have not
They're
seen
both
either.
movies.
I'll
mean,
give you that.
I
Yeah.
feel like if you switch the titles, it would still be appropriate for
Gone
both.
with the Wolves.
Well, especially
Dances with Wind.
because Gone with the Wind ends with the plantation being ravaged by wolves. It's just a wolf pack eating all the flesh in sight.
Dances with Wind still sounds like a Native American thing. So yeah,
That literally sounds like someone who could play for the Redskins if we were actually staffed by
Dances
Native
with
Americans.
Wind.
Yeah,
It'd be a
Dances
draft
with Wind.
bust.
I don't know. That'd be a great name for a cornerback. Like he sounds very
Dances with the Wind.
dances with winds. Yes, he sounds very fast.
he gets knocked down very easily.
So Travis and I saw Infinity War.
Not together.
Not together. No, I watched it in the worst movie environment possible, which is Stafford, Virginia.
Yes.
Again, longtime listeners of the show know of Stafford, Virginia as the place where I saw The Mist in a theater.
You brought this up
Many
many
times,
times.
yeah, with an all-black audience that lived up to every stereotype I ever could have wanted, and it was incredible. Like I stopped being pissed after 5 minutes. I just let it happen, and it was hilarious. Stafford didn't let me down, and again, this time I walk in, and I hear a. It's not like I could identify his race based on his crying. I hear a Latina lad about the age of 2 loudly wailing next to a mother who's
Okay, so the
ringtone-
mother was there. Okay.
So the mother was
it wasn't
there,
just a
yeah.
baby by itself.
The,
Like,
cry-
so-
the crying was in subtitles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's crying. He's like, wow, wow.
It's spelled J-A-H. J-A-H.
Yeah, W-A-J-J-J-J-J-J. So he's bawling. This is, by the way, we walk in right as like they're doing the Avengers. Like we've missed everything. Our timing could not have been more perfect. Walking in again with my buddy Tony, who lives down there, who was also there for The Mist and will testify to this story if ever interrogated. The kid's wailing. The mom is just sitting there. And again, I wouldn't have cared if she was hot. Like I'm just being honest here. But it's a big fat slop pile. If you've ever seen Eastbound and Down, pretty much just think Stevie's wife. Just looking exactly like that. You guys will one day
Gotcha.
watch Eastbound and Down. You'll be like,
I've
that
seen
was a
couple
good one.
episodes.
That, yeah, my man.
I saw the Massive Knockers in season 1, and that was enough for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
God.
I remember that.
That is the best bit of editing. Are you ready? And then it just cuts to body double. So she's sitting there and doing the worst behavior possible when you're getting a cell phone call and you don't want to hit end because maybe the person calling will know that you rejected it, but you don't even get off your ass to hit the power button to mute the ringer. So as the mood is being set and the movie's starting, I'm just hearing "Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na" on her ringtone over and over. And I'm just like, okay, so this is it. This is just Stafford. This is what we're doing. So the movie starts, and I my buddy paid. It was a $6 movie day, and whoever visits the person visiting gets treated like a beautiful princess the whole day. It's
Ooh.
great. So I had a free lunch. Then I got my free movie. This kid won't shut up, dude.
Mhm.
This kid will not shut up.
He's obviously seen it already.
Exactly. He's screaming all this stuff like Thanos gets the gauntlet at the end.
You're ruining my perfect lady day.
Yeah, it's exactly. I'm the woman for once in all ways. And
Ignore the tits.
yes, this kid is ruining it. And everyone else is losing their crap. Everyone else is looking back. You can tell when it's not just you freaking out, when you see heads in front of you doing the same like strained neck thing, like who's doing this? Who is the horrible parent? And there's Stevie's wife just not giving a damn, sitting in the upper corner. Like I'm trying to stare daggers at her. Nothing doing.
What time of day was this?
3 p.m. when all grown men are free to watch Avengers Infinity
Right.
War. So after 20 minutes, I'm like, screw it. And I turn to my buddy and I drop what I think is a great line given the context of the film. And I go, Tony, not all heroes wear capes. And I march off to rat these people out. Like, I know it's cheesy, but I just wanted him to, because then he was like, what are you talking about? I'm actually watching the film. I'm half Costa Rican. This doesn't bother me. So I'm like, screw it. I'm going to man up and do this. I don't care if I miss. I missed Captain America's big return. Big whoop. Big whoop. Spoiler alert. Captain America's back. Didn't see that coming, did you? It's only in the goddamn previews that Captain America's back. So Sam over here just
For our
cheering.
YouTube listeners.
Yeah, you hear the word America, you just go berserk.
There we go.
You hold an air
No,
flag.
he was just so excited to finally hear the name of a white person.
Yeah. Captain
feel like-
America.
Hey, white guy.
That's first and last name, right?
Captain America is actually the name of my all-white team. nothing.
The almighty white boys.
Yeah, the almighty white boys versus Captain America. So it'd be a
You
clean.
would feel like he would be the quarterback of that team.
It's true, yeah. Just looking very Penn State-y, minus the sodomy, just all suits and ties.
Aw.
So exactly, I cut out the best part. So I walk out and I get one of the ushers, and I'm like, sorry, I just imagine the singer usher.
Excuse me, sir. Oh,
Just
well, when you're done recording,
staffed by just 8 ushers. They all can only communicate in usher choruses.
is Buster
Yeah.
here too?
What's up?
Like,
Ju-
I got a baby problem. Can you get Buster? Can you get Buster Rhymes over here?
Is Justin in trouble? This show's stupid.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, Kanye doesn't believe in slavery.
this is true. It was a choice. It was a choice. Oh God. So I grab Usher.
He danced to the wailing woman and her child.
He moonwalked.
I grab Usher and I explain, hey, Ush.
Hey, Ush, can you make these people shush?
And Ush, who's I guess falling on hard times and working at this movie theater.
In Stafford, Virginia.
Yeah. It's like, I'm undercover. Usher is like, hey, you know, we don't really have a policy regarding this. Like, we just hope that parents,
What?
yeah, we just hope that parents handle their babies, which is horrible. Like, this is not some otherworldly occurrence. Like when I brought all of the trap dealers from the casino website.
It sounds like you got it bad.
You You're just going through the
Stop
week.
just looking up Usher. It doesn't count if you have to look at your phone.
What? What? No.
I thought you were just staring at a glowing penis.
No, this is different. No.
Oh wait, that is
There's-
Travis's penis.
hey.
Never mind. I'm sorry.
When it comes to my knowledge of Usher songs, there is no limit.
Are these
Yeah,
your confessions?
I'd
part
agree
two?
with you.
Sorry, that's all I got. So
OMG.
they explain there's not really a policy in place for whining babies. The one usher talks to the other usher. Again, it's like multiplicity. There's just 8 ushers there. And he says, hey, look, can you hop in there and like watch
You said, hey,
for
daddy.
this crying baby?
God damn it.
And then when they saw the woman, they were like, oh, same girl.
Were any of these featuring Luda or Lil Jon? Any of these things that Usher said?
Yeah, sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all good there? Y'all good there, Captain Witty?
What's up? No, I'm on
Your Wi-Fi died.
I'm on the stocks.
He's looking up next year's draft.
So,
Sesame Street Usher's ABC song. Yeah,
no,
there you go.
so the guy starts marching. Usher too starts marching towards the theater, and I'm thinking he's going to come in with me if I walk back, and I will be clearly identified as the rat. Like he's gonna go in there and use like Lassie hearing and immediately pick up where this crying is and grab the woman.
Like you watch them escort her out, and she's like talking to them, and you points to you, like,
What?
yeah, that guy.
Ma'am, this white gentleman has a problem with your Latinness.
This white guy's this honky is being awfully
You
white.
refer to your child as a scourge. I don't know if it's because the child was loud or just the color of his skin, but so
He doesn't look like a Trump supporter.
yeah. So I puss out,
Make this theater great again.
make infinity great again. So while this guy marches in the theater, scamper to the bathroom and just sit tight for 5. Like I take a nice long leak. I even wash my hands. I'm just killing time. Like I'm trying to time it so I walk back and she's getting walked out. And I'm
Yes.
just like, what happened? I just made a piss. Who's done this to you? But I walk in and this guy was still waiting in the wings, Usher too, singing all the hits. Talented man. Didn't get far enough, if you ask me. And the kid just starts crying again, like immediately. Because at first, my biggest concern is like, is this, when you have 5 bones a day and then like a chick, it's that one time in a decade where you actually get naked in front of someone and then it's just snail limp. And you're like, of course, I swear it works. Look at the tissues in the corner of the room. But no, this kid delivered. This kid was a true porn professional when it came to crying. Just did it on cue as many times as you needed him. He was the Dirk Diggler of tears. Just didn't. So this guy walks up and he has a couple of words with her, and she's pretty adamant about staying there for a bit. I mean, like another 10 minutes, we're treated to this kid going "Wadge," as we would say it in English. And eventually she just takes the little bastard and marches out with him. And that was that. Like I somehow made her.
There goes my baby.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed the last 30 minutes of
yeah, exactly. I enjoyed the last 30 minutes of this 6.5-hour film.
And then you were like, now I don't mind.
Yeah, now I could suddenly.
That was another song.
Oh, I don't go that deep. God damn you.
And then you climaxed.
That's one of his songs. And then you climb. That's,
no,
that sounds like a real banger in the club.
Our black audience is loving this.
Yeah, and then you climax, because that's how black songs go.
And then it turns out Usher was a good kisser. Before he was a stranger, but then you caught up.
That's not something he's learning from the wiki. He's just quoting Babysitter's Club.
And he was kind of a little freak. And you became lovers and friends.
This is the child.
All right, you turn.
U-turn. Is that one of his hits too? U-turn.
I'm just saying things, man.
Okay, it's cool. Words
how
come out
it's
of mouths. So I just wanted to put that out there, that I'm not above ratting out some hectored mother who's just beaten down and wants to escape.
Deported after that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want it to happen to anyone else.
ICE was at my doorstep, and I just wanted to see Infinity War before I had to go back to Honduras and eventually face MS-13.
Exactly.
God damn it.
And now I actually saw a photo of that baby, and he's just got all the face tattoos. He's just got the 13 on his neck and the weird like skull superimposed on the face. I hope he grows into it. It's a bold choice.
He's gonna grow up to seek revenge on the white man, on you.
Little Wayne can use him.
Gringo Muerta.
Sin Cara 3.
So I watched Infinity War in relative peace after that. And I'm not a huge Marvel guy. I'll say this: it was made better by watching it on the big screen, and made better without the kid. Better still.
About those damn Mexicans, am I right?
A
bit on the nose there.
Yeah. I prefer to tap dance around it, like a Mexican hat dance, if you will, of racism.
The Morocco, yeah.
So,
gasolina,
like your phone.
Here's what I have to say, because so many people were bitching online, don't give spoilers, because we know some of the actual heroes, some of our, that we've come to love, some of them die in the course of this film.
Mm-hmm.
Don't spoil it for us. And here's what I say: there's nothing you can spoil about this film.
I hard disagree, but go on.
The film is based around the main villain.
Well, before you say it, if there's nothing to spoil, what do you think happens at the end?
I don't. Frankly,
this is part 1 of 2.
So it's part 1 of 2.
Yeah. So do you think it ends on a high note for the
No,
heroes?
of course not.
You're leading the witness.
I've seen enough internet memes. To
okay, but that's vague. That's vague. That could mean anything. Specifically, what do you think happens at the end? If you had,
I just don't feel too good.
Okay. Let me
fade out of the studio.
So, no, my point is, if he doesn't care about the movie, but if this was a person who did care, he's a person that doesn't know.
Don't tell me Thor died.
Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't.
I'm trying to keep
I think.
If he did, right? So I can be the next Thor.
You could do that.
You got it.
That's what the hair is for, guys.
You still can't go out in the sun, but you can weld Mjolnir.
People thought it was a bad choice when they cut his hair in Thor Ragnarok, and I am one of those.
Really?
I think the girls
to quote Dave Bautista, he now looks like a angel and a pirate or whatever.
Yes, an angel and a pirate had a baby.
It was a
Oh, that's
funny
right,
movie.
because
It was a funny movie.
he has the one eye. That's right.
Yeah, but then
from Odin.
Rocket Raccoon gave him a new eye.
Yes.
Like a mechanical eye.
He had keistered an eyeball, and he
Of
literally
course he
pulls
has.
it from his anus
Yes.
and then puts it in Thor's socket.
Because he already has that stealing body parts.
I had
thing
forgotten
going on.
that. Yeah, he had
Yeah.
stolen an eye, and then he
Yeah.
explains he'd keistered it after he shoves it in Thor's
Yeah, because he
socket.
stole that
That's
dude's
how it
leg
ends.
in the
Yeah.
first Guardians.
Oh, was that okay?
Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm sure that's just a running joke with Raccoon.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
some of this. I'll say this: it's one of two parts. The characters are all in movies that have sequel after sequel after sequel. You know, no one has left the franchise. You haven't heard publicly Robert Downey Jr. is done with Iron Man.
Yeah.
Or Chris Evans is done with Captain America.
I have heard that.
Well, no, that
publicly.
was the rumored. That's what people thought was going to be the big ending. That just Captain America dies because
Okay. Oh, he might be done with it actually.
because apparently his contract's done or something.
Okay.
So that's what people thought
yeah,
was going to
Chris
happen.
Evans said he didn't want to come back for it.
Well, if you're an actor, you have to look at it this way.
Money's money.
But how much do they pay when they have that many guys on the staff? Yeah, you're making a decent amount, but you're probably not getting residuals.
I doubt it's no longer the Tom Hanks making money off the back end kind of deal,
Exactly.
especially nowadays. I'm sure that corporations is taking over.
No one did a back end joke. We've matured in the course of this.
I just want to
podcast.
get back to the point where I was right and you were wrong. No.
Oh,
Well, I thought we got all the back end jokes
so-
covered with your Nintendo DS, like sexual
thank you.
shaming.
So we've established this is one of two films, so it's probably ending on a bad note.
Right. That's
And
I'm on board with that. But
it's based on a goddamn comic book that came out 30 years ago.
there are lots of people who didn't read the comic.
So
book.
we're cool with illiteracy now.
Sure.
That's what you're saying.
Captain
You
America.
think-
Well, Captain America did die at the end of Civil War for comic books,
yeah, and then
Isn't
but
it
he didn't
actually
die in the
died?
Civil War movie.
Okay, so there's slight
I'm
difference.
sure. I'm
So-
sure there's like plenty of artistic liberties being taken.
You have no way of knowing if they were going to stay true to the
So I'll just say
to the
this.
source material.
Yeah, Age of Ultron is terrible compared to the source material.
If you are even a little familiar with this crap, and anyone I think that cares about the spoilers is way into this junk, you know that it is about a device, the Infinity Gauntlet,
Yes,
that can
right.
rewrite reality. Anyone you want to live, lives. Anyone you want to die, dies. It can control time.
Mhm.
Did someone die a few months ago? I go back in time and make them live again.
Here we go.
So the movie is like knowing that you're in a dream episode of a show. You know from Jump Street that none of it matters.
Uh-huh.
None of it. Everyone can die. A lot of people die.
You don't know
There's
that
people
you
I
don't
could
you don't
spoil.
know that he's going to end up with all the stones. Like there's the
Oh,
scene
he-
at the
so-
end where they destroy
so he
one.
doesn't finish with all the stones in his gauntlet.
No, he ends up
He
does.
ends up with
then-
spoiler. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he already said that he
I don't
doesn't
care.
It sounds like you care a little bit.
No, I mean
But,
I'm going to
um,
see it, but I'm going to see it to make sure I enjoy it. If you get my meaning.
Oh, okay. You're gonna do. Some
Okay, I'm
blow.
still going to spoil stuff.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, but there's
spoilers
near
here,
the
people.
end, he has like I think there's 6 total.
Yes.
He has 5 of them. He has the one he hasn't gotten yet is the Soul Stone that's on
in Vision's head.
in Vision's head. And
Okay.
like a big plot point
So
in
is
the movie
Paul
is trying
Bettany
to,
die?
Who's that guy?
is he
Vision.
That looks a lot like you, actually.
Paul Bettany. Yeah.
Paul Bettany.
Well,
Again, another. I think he's in quite an.
I don't remember if he
actor.
actually died, but so
Huge penis too, according
Huge
to Sam.
penis. Yeah.
a big plot point in the film is trying to figure out how to destroy the stone so Thanos can't get it, and they do. It's a big dramatic scene where Scarlet Witch like figures out how to destroy it.
Scarlet Rich. What are you,
Wait.
Japanese?
Scarlet Witch.
That was her brother. That's the big spoiler.
I just got a herpes
no wonder
sore.
their Russian accents are so terrible.
No, but okay, so they destroy the stone,
Oh, Vision.
but then Thanos
Forgiveness, please.
cheats and uses the time stone to reverse that sequence.
Yes.
And then
Because he
just-
can do anything. He's got stones that control the universe.
Off topic.
I wasn't expecting that, John.
Really? You didn't expect them to time travel using the time stone?
I realized that was a possibility. Like that's a possibility, but I don't know. I'm enjoying the movie.
I guarantee you Thanos is a Pats fan and just goes
My
back
point
to
is-
that
my
like
point
Super
is-
Bowl and jerks off.
My
God
point
damn
is,
it.
if you would have,
Are you all
I'm
right?
so angry right now. You're throwing all this logic at me. If you would have spoiled this movie for me, I would have taken your eyelids and pulled them
the movie's a movie.
over
man.
your head.
That sounds excessive.
I take this seriously.
Yeah.
All right, look,
I don't have much in life, but
it was a good watch, good enough in the theaters. I have seen both Guardians. I've seen the majority of these films. I saw both Guardians films, Guardians of the Galaxy on Netflix. I thought they were overrated.
I think the first
in that
one's the
context.
best Marvel film. That's my personal
a
favorite.
contender. Yeah.
Well, I feel that they are what made Infinity War watchable.
Oh, really?
Like they were really
Well,
good,
they're
especially
they're the comic relief of
yes,
that world.
but they're
anyway.
actually successful at it, which a lot of these other guys
Sure.
like. I'm sorry,
That's
Robert Downey's act. You can get up my ass, please, all you want about this. I think his Iron Man shtick is like done to death at this point.
It was done after Iron Man 2.
Yes,
like Iron Man 3 was terrible.
It's played the hell out at this point. Thank you.
Disagree.
Stop side-eyeing me, Travis.
What's up?
Stop side-eyeing me.
I'm just I'm trying to side.
And I'm talking about with your tits, not with your eyes.
You perk those things up. They're getting sloppy. But I think Chris Evans is Thor. I'm sorry, not Chris Hemsworth. There's like 5 white Chris's in this thing. It's hard to tell them apart. Chris Hemsworth, I think, has become a really decent comedic actor. So I hope he gets AIDS because it's not fair that he's like in shape and also funny.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man was very decent in this film.
He's the first Spider-Man that's actually like the appropriate age.
And and what I also heard, they kept the Iron Spider legs, so they had the extended leg. That's in the comics, and that's I think one of my personal favorite Spidey suits.
Those have a big you get a lot of his little Iron Man Spider-Man suit mashup. But the Guardians, especially, is it Drax that is played by Batista, the former wrestler?
Yes.
Batista kills in this. Another like, why do muscular people get to be funny? That's just not. Travis and I get to be funny. God damn it, we've eaten for this for years to be this funny.
Yeah, before the first Guardians came out, I was for sure. I thought it was gonna be completely terrible, and then the only reason I saw it was I needed something to do or something. And it was,
I heard Chris Pratt ruined the universe in this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to go into detail?
Yeah, I don't care.
Detail.
Again,
okay,
like I said, I'm going to
spoilers
see this for the point that I enjoy it.
All right. So before that happens, Thanos throws Gamora, the green girl? Is that her name?
Yes.
Yeah, Zoe,
his daughter.
To get like the Soul Stone, he has to like kill like a loved one or something.
So he's out there.
Yeah. So he kills her.
Yeah.
And then,
but he doesn't kill Karen Gillan.
Is she the blue one?
She's the blue one.
No. So she's gonna be important in the second one, I think.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, so who is it? It's Chris Pratt, Doctor Strange,
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Well, yeah, I'm just naming that.
Sure.
Iron Man, Spider-Man,
Jr., Tom Holland.
Yeah, and then
Can I do it? I can make it real fast.
I can make this real fast. All right, fine.
They pretty much got Thanos pinned down, a bunch of heroes, and they're pulling the gauntlet off his arm, and they've got the moth bitch from Guardians who can like read his mind.
Yes.
And she's kind of got him KO'd. The whole reason he's subdued is she's got her hands on his noggin, and he's like semi-conscious, and he's really powerful, so he's gonna snap out of it. But in the meantime, like literally, they're like 5 gay guys at the club trying to pull the hamster out of Richard Gere. Like,
I can't wait for the porn parody of this movie.
oh God, yeah, Guardians of
Infinity Whores. That's the easy one.
You don't want to see where the gauntlet goes.
That box.
So they're all tugging at it, and and then what's his tits? Star-Lord, Chris Pratt, gets wind of, I forget how, but it's revealed that Gamora was killed in order to acquire one of these stones, and he flips the F out and starts wailing on Thanos' head, like just a little bitch move, like nah, like just beating on him with his flailing arms. But it's enough to smack Moth Girl's hands away. And as soon as that happens, Thanos is like, "What's going on? Why are you touching my glove?"
The gauntlet's like at his fingertips at this point. Like
he's literally holding on with his huge
second
purple pinky. Yeah, he's just like, and then her hands get knocked away by Star-Lord going bah, 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 on her knuckles, and that's it.
My girlfriend.
My girlfriend. Yeah. So
well, I'm gonna enjoy this film.
Yeah, we've sold it. I feel like.
Yeah, if you find one of the cheapo movie days where it's like $6.
It's not like you guys have the insider information on part 2 next year. I've spoiled that.
Well, if you stay during the credits, another Marvel touch that I hate.
Yes,
I hate that.
You hate the post-credit scenes?
Oh, I never stay.
Thank you.
If you want to display it to me, don't get it. Don't put it after the credits.
What are you in a hurry for anything?
Yeah, life.
Yeah, exactly. I've already
Life is more than Marvel movies and the draft.
I don't want to
Travis.
get a bed sore. How's that?
Again, hard disagree.
Stop side-eyeing me with your tits again.
So during the end credits, you see Nick Fury disappearing because that's the finale. Half these people disappear. This is how you know everything will get undone, by the way. Black Panther disappears.
Yes.
Well, okay,
That was a terrible movie.
Black Panther?
Yes.
Even it's
Whoa,
good
that's
enough.
the most racist thing. That's
Yeah,
been
pretty
said.
much. Like you could have said the N and it wasn't as that. It wasn't of that
We
caliber.
will save this for the next podcast.
Okay, yeah. I'm not a huge comic movie guy, and I'm not one of those guys who is like, Wakanda forever. This is the best thing I've ever seen. Roots, what? But it was good. I mean, as far as those movies goes, and by that I mean comic movies. Please calm down.
Yeah.
It was good. I
Not
don't know.
blaxploitation
Yeah,
movies.
exactly. Like
Go back to the 70s.
I liked Michael B. Jordan in that one. And
Mhm.
see, again, black people get their names perfectly.
I feel like he was just so over. Never mind. I'm not.
I
gonna go
thought
into
he was
this.
decent. Like,
Yeah.
again, not all of these grip me, and I'm not going to say that I was really gripped by that one.
Yeah.
But it was good enough. I was entertained. I think it was overhyped as hell, but I think if you're black, it's a really cool thing to be like, hey, it's an all black cast, and they're showing Africa as like this great advanced place. So hell with it. Cool, enjoy.
The spectacle was enjoyable. The spectacle of Black Panther.
Yeah,
the way it
everything
was
that
displayed.
came with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that was fine.
That was cool.
That was good.
Well, I guess we can go out on that positive note.
Yeah.
I like the black people in it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Which was your favorite black?
The Panther.
You know I can't tell them apart. Shut up.
That's horrible.
Is that the Black Panther? That's a woman. So
It's a mighty hard time.
That's the girl from Walking Dead. All right. There's our outro music. I got it right this time. Everyone, that was Papa's Basement. I hope you liked. I hope we didn't spoil things for you.
we probably upset so many people.
I hope you guys subscribe on YouTube. That's a good thing. We're at 200 subscribers. Let's get to 202 by next week. 202.
If that happens, I'll do some weird stuff on camera.
Oh yeah, TF ahoy.
Yeah.
TF ahoy.
Number 202 can like spit on me and call me Jessica.
I'm getting real hot again. I'm sorry. I need girl voice in my life. Girl voice, Travis. What are you doing after the show, my lady? Yeah,
Wearing a skirt.
but get a hold of us. Share the show around. It's,
You know, girl stuff.
it's being judgmental.
Neglecting my Nintendogs.
having lifelong conversations in the bathroom.
Oh, my God. But yeah, get a hold of us outside of this. It's always great. I know there's people out there that listen and don't talk to us, but if you want to get a hold of me, John Papa Giorgio, show's host, Raconteur, Sexual Titan, at Papa's Basement on Twitter, Facebook.com/Papa's Basement, Instagram.com/Papa's Basement. I'm doing more on Instagram now because that's where the kids are.
Yes, sir.
And I want to molest the kids, apparently. Get their sweet DS lights. Kick them out of movie theaters.
Thank you, FBI agents, for staying this
Yeah.
far with us.
We got
Yes.
Sam Rogers over there.
Yes,
Sam?
you can find me at Sam Ol Rogers. That's SAMOLEROGERS on Instagram.
Sam Ol Rogers. That sounds like something they would drink down in Stafford in the theaters. You got some Sam Ol?
You can follow me at Travis Dorward. Not.com.
Yeah.
At Travis Dorward on Twitter. We can take some shots and get crazy, man.
And if they follow you, you'll do the sexy girl voice in a
Oh,
DM?
yes.
Only after shots, though.
Ooh.
Yes. Buy me shots.
All right. And find us on iTunes. PAPA''S Basement. Till the next one, we are out of here.
We're home free. School's out, baby.
Good show.
Nothing to talk about, nothing to critique. Great show, great guests tomorrow. You go home, have a glass of wine, whack